Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome to California Speedway for round number 5 of the 2014 NASCAR Nationwide Series season, as it brings us here into Fontana, California. 25 laps of racing for today's Royal Purple 300. Starting out in the front row today is rookie Dakota Armstrong, who grabs his first career pole in the NASCAR Nationwide Series after being the quickest car in qualifying. But he does have a lot of veterans starting behind him, like Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch, who will be starting second and third. They are two former nationwide champions. On the outside of row 2, we have the number 2 of Brian Scott, and rounding out the top 5 is the 6 of Trevor Bayne. Let's take you through the grid and show you the rest of your starting lineup for today's race at California. 6th place will be Ty Dillon. 7th is Sam Hornish. 8th, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Reed, and Justin Allgaier. Last week's winner is Elliott Sadler, and he now closed the gap on the points leader by only 5 points. He is now second in the standings. Ryan Newman is 12th. Kyle Larson 13th. Blake Cook making his first start in this Biaggi Dempsey. I believe that's the name of this team. He will start 14th. Drew Herring, Regan Smith, Brendan Gaughan, Parker Kligerman, James Buescher, and Chad Hockenbrock. Landon Castle, Ryan Sieg, Mike Bliss, Jeremy Clements, Mike Wallace, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Johanna Long, Joe Nemechek, Daryl Harr, and Jason White. But Chris Buescher, your points leader, did not have a good qualifying lap. He will start all the way back in 30 seconds alongside his Dexter Stacy. Eric McClure making his first start of the season. He will start 33rd. David Stremme, Joey Gase, Jason Bowles replacing Tanner Berryhill this weekend. Jamie Dick, Jeff Green, TJ Bell, Kevin LePage, DJ Kennington returns to the Nationwide Series, and Carl Long will be replacing Mike Harmon in the 74 this weekend. Your points is Chris Buescher with a 5-point lead on Elliott Sadler. Third in points is James Buescher, 14 points behind. Rounding out the top 5 is Drew Herring and Regan Smith, 17 and 21 points behind the 60 team. That is all for the pre-race news. Town is sitting down trackside so we can get the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
As the drivers will fire up their engines, the pace car will lead the field onto the racetrack. We will be taking you to the green flag in just a moment. We're just now coming off turn 2. We will be getting the green flag this time around. Dakota Armstrong on the pole for the first time in his NASCAR career. First career pole of any of the 3 series. He's ran full-time in the Truck Series last year for Turn 1 Racing. Makes a move to replace Mike Lynette in his 43. He will lead the field to the green flag, but he has hungry guys like Brad K, Kyle Busch. Can Brian Scott get his second win of the season? Got a big win at Daytona. Right now, Scott is 7th in points. What about Ty Dillon? He's never went to victory lane. Can Kevin Harvick get his first win for Jenny Motorsports? Ryan Reed, Justin Allgaier will be completing the top 10 as we are set to go green. 25 laps of racing. Dakota Armstrong and Brad Keselowski lead us to the drop of the green flag. The fans are on their feet. The pace car will finally make that move into pit lane, and the 25 lap Royal Purple 300 is green. Kyle Busch and Keselowski spun their tires, and here comes Bayne making a move. Does not make a move, but Sam Hornish makes his move to 3 wide. Already now on Kyle Busch. He'll close the door. No, Hornish still looks to the inside. Justin Allgaier, Elliott Sadler, Regan Smith already making their moves to the inside, as Armstrong is still out front as they enter turn 3. Hornish to the inside from 7th to 2nd, and for Allgaier, 9th to 3rd. Oh, exit turn 4. Horner still faster than the 43. Armstrong will lead the first lap of his NASCAR Nationwide Series career. It's been a horrible season so far for the 43 team. Now Allgaier moves to the inside of Horner, but now Sadler making a move, looks like to the inside of Horner now. Yeah, has to get around his teammate Kyle Busch though. Allgaier will clear Sam Hornish. Now Kyle Busch, ooh, a little freeze there. Busch was thinking about maybe making a move to the inside of Hornish, does not do it. And now Sam Hornish looks to the inside of Allgaier. And this is all going behind Dakota Armstrong, who's so far the first 3 laps, 3.5 laps, no competition for the 43 car. Here's some guys who's already fell back a lot. DJ Kennington, Kevin LePage, Carl Long, Jeff Green, former series champion, making his first start of the season, jumping this 52 for Jimmy Means, TJ Bell, Daryl Harr, Jamie Dick, Jason Bowles. This is Daryl Harr's final race in a while. David Starr will start piloting this 01 for the main part of the finals of the remainder of the season. As Elliott Sadler to second place, and look at his 4 wide action up here outside the top 5. Trevor Bayne on the inside of James Buescher, have a little bit of slow frame rates. Regan Smith in the 7. I've been looking at this 7 car. This is one of the fastest cars here this weekend. He won the practice session we had earlier. Ty Dillon was second quickest. Now Allgaier makes a move to the inside of Sadler. Allgaier got that win at Phoenix, second place at Vegas, but did not have a good run last week at Bristol. His good luck kind of came to an end as Trevor Bayne now looks to the inside of James Buescher. And you have to be really impressed with this RAB Racing team of Buescher. They are up there 3rd in points. They did not have that much success last year with Alex Bowman. Kyle Larson, Brendan Gaughan, trying to move up here. Ryan Newman. RCR has announced this 33 team will turn into a part-time team in 2014 after they have in the past won the Owners Championship. There is about only 17 cars in this little pack. This Chris Buescher, he's worked his way up into 18th. Landon Castle and Jeremy Clements completes the top 20. Armstrong's has led the first 6 laps, but Allgaier and Sadler are coming to it. His back bumper. You gotta stop trying to pass each other for second place and start trying to focus on getting the leader. But this has been so far a great race for Dakota Armstrong. He's just trying to drive his own race, not trying to worry about the guys behind him, like Allgaier, who's putting all the pressure he could on the rookie Armstrong. He slides him up the track just a little bit, tries to get him off that white line. Right now it's a 5-car breakaway, 5-car single file, as here comes Allgaier to the inside of Armstrong for the lead. As he does that, Trevor Bayne makes a move to the inside of Elliott Sadler. Armstrong goes way up the track. I don't think he'll be able to get enough momentum to carry him down the back stretch with the lead. Allgaier clears them off turn 2, but Armstrong tries to do the crossover. And I think it might work. He has enough momentum from riding on the outside. What about Allgaier in turns 3 and 4? Trevor Bayne in 3rd. What line does he go with? Who does he go with? Will he make his way to like 3 wide? He's going to push the 31 to the lead. But look at this. He's trying to go to the inside of 31. That's what it looks like. That's what he was trying to do. And Allgaier looks like will finally clear that 43 for good. Or for now. Elliott Sadler, last week's winner, completely dominated last week's race. Led over I believe it was all 50 laps. And right now, as it shows as the current points, Elliott Sadler would be the new points leader entering Texas in 2 weeks. And now Armstrong looks to the inside of Allgaier. Bain stays on the high lane. We are 10 laps into this race. No cautions yet. This turns out to be a wreckfest Bristol to a clean but great race for the lead at California. Let's take you through a little bit of a rundown of the 42 car field. It's Justin Allgaier, Armstrong, Trevor Bain, Sam Hornish, and Elliott Sadler, top 5. Brendan Gaughan up in 6. That's one for the 62. Kyle Busch, Regan Smith, Ty Dillon, and Kevin Harvick. Parker Kligerman, Kyle Larson, Drew Herring, Ron Newman, and Brian Scott, your top 15. Chris Buescher, James Buescher, Brad Keselowski, Jeremy Clements, and Ryan Reed, your top 20. Landon Castle, Blake Cook, Joe Nemechek, Mike Bliss, Chad Hockenbrock, Ryan Sieg, Johanna Long, Dixon Stacy, Mike Wallace, and Eric McClure. That is your top 30. Jason White, Joey Gase, Jason Bowles, David Stremme, Jamie Dick, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Daryl Harr, TJ Kennington, Kevin LePage, and Carl Long. And TJ Bell and Jeff Green. Is how the 42 car field looks as of right now, as it still is a 4-car breakaway for the lead. Hornish looks to the inside of Bain. This has not been a good 4 races so far for Sam Hornish, the defending runner-up in last year's championship, 13th in the standings. It would really put him at least around 10th place in the points, since guys in front of him like Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Justin Allgaier. They're not running the full season, so he'll move up to at least 9th, 10th place. As it looks right now, Dakota Armstrong in a spot to maybe not only gain a bunch of points to his championship, or at least Rookie of the Year hopes, but has a shot maybe to can he get his first career win. See that? Look at that momentum. Trevor Bain carried on into turn 3, washes up the racetrack because looks like had a little bit too much speed. Now Armstrong makes a move to the inside of Allgaier. 12 to go from California. This race is going by very quickly, unlike Bristol. It looks like Armstrong will clear the 31 off turn 2. Sam Hornish 3rd, Elliott Sadler and Trevor Bain, Regan Smith, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, and now Ryan Newman. Chris Buescher's he has now climbed up to 16th so he's gained the most spots on the track, 16 spots gained, but he still needs to gain 16 more if he wants to win this race. Armstrong has taken the lead away from Allgaier. Now Sam Hornish looks to the inside of Allgaier. Looks like he'll get him off turn 2. Allgaier now tries to do the crossover on Hornish. Sadler goes by Bain on the inside. As they come off turn 4, it will be 10 laps remaining at California. Dakota Armstrong out in front, leading. And the caution is out. The caution weighs for the first time today on lap 16, actually lap 15 of 25. Question is, who is it for? And looks like it was for the 98 of Blake Cook, making his first start, or second start of the season, first start in this 98 team. I believe it's called Biaggi Dempsey Racing. Not quite sure, but we got 2 cars on pit road, Chad Hockenbrock and Jamie Dick. So this was more than a 1-car incident. Let's see what happened. They're running in the back too. Looks like it might have happened with the 98 and the 44. Here's a look at it. Cook on the outside, Hockenbrock on the inside, and looks like they're gonna run out of room right there. And Hockenbrock's gonna go around. Hits the spoiler on the outside wall, and there's Cook. This is not the end of it yet. And they end up seeing the 23 of Jamie Dick. Right there, Jamie Dick and Oh, look at David Stramey get through that. He sees his own teammate, Jamie Dick, end up getting involved. Let's go back and go on board with a 55 with Stramey. Oh, yeah, you got it. I mean, that is one hell of a miss. I mean, that is... I mean, I don't even think he got out the gas that much. That's just luck. That's just... I mean... Man. Great miss, though. And Blake Cook was able to drive away, but Hockenbrock and Jamie Dick was not so lucky. In the 44, Hockenbrock, he actually ends up getting hit right... Wait, he actually got hit by Jamie Dick. I thought it was the 98 who got hit by the 23 at first, but it's 44. That means that will make a little bit more sense. Let's fast forward this now. Okay, so we will be restarting on lap 20, which will give us exactly 6 laps remaining. Can Dakota Armstrong grab his first career win? Outstanding run out of this Winfield Ford. Sam Horner second, Justin Allgaier, Elliott Sadler, and Trevor Bayne. Regan Smith, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, and Ryan Newman, your top 10. Brian Scott, Brendan Gaughan, Parker Kligerman, James Buescher, and Kevin Harvick, your top 15. Chris Buescher, Drew Herring, Brad Keselowski, Jeremy Clements, and Ryan Reed, your top 20. And it looks like the 87 of Joe Nemechek's having some engine failures. 87 car, who is 14th in points too. This 87 has had a great season so far. Looks like that'll be coming to an end as Landon Castle will move up into 21st spot. Two drivers has took their course behind the wall, Hockenbrock and Jamie Dick. And looks like the 87 could be the next victim. So, when can Hornish get a good jump? His chance of winning this race could come all down to this restart. What about Allgaier, Sadler, Bayne, the rest of the top 5? How will they do? Trying to get the win. Green flag is back out, and the 43 gets a great jump on the 12. That's like the same start he had on Kyle Busch. Armstrong did at the very start of the race. And there's the 87. It looks like he might just have a flat tire. He might be able to go back out there, but certainly will lose all of his track position as here comes Sam Hornish to the inside of Dakota Armstrong. Allgaier goes high, Sadler low, Regan Smith low, Bayne high. They will come off turn 4. There'll be 5 laps remaining at California. They're side by side, door to door, as they come down the front stretch. 5 to go. Allgaier pushing Armstrong. He'll make it 3 wide for the lead. Will Sadler make it 4 wide? Hornish will finally clear Armstrong and Allgaier, but what about Sadler and Ty Dillon? Elliott Sadler trying to go back-to-back wins. Remember, he won 2 of the first 4 races in 2012. That was his second year at RCR. This is his second year at JGR. Can he win 2 of the first 5 races? He'll look to the inside. They'll come off to turn 4. Kyle Larson making it 4 wide and Kyle Busch. Can Larson grab his second win of the season? Sadler still has to battle Allgaier, who's staying high with Hornish as they racing for the lead. Look at Armstrong's continuing to slip back. But his finish that he could get, if he does not get the best finish, that won't shadow the great run he drove, the great race he drove today. As Sadler has taken the lead away from Hornish, who slides up the track. Sadler will take the lead, but here comes Ty Dillon. He has never won a race in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Allgaier, though, pushing Sadler. They are like 3 miles per hour faster than the 3. And there's Kyle Larson, Ryan Scott, Ryan Newman riding the inside line. Allgaier with a good run off turn 2. Down the back stretch. Brian Scott now makes it 3 wide. Possibly on Kyle Larson. They're still side by side. Allgaier getting enough speed off the turns. They keep him in the lead for now. Now Scott makes it 3 wide on Larson. It looks like Kevin LePage has a little bit of damage in the 10 car. Scott, now he makes it 4 wide. Kyle Busch and Sadler goes up the track. They're still side by side. They don't have anything for the 2 leaders. One of them is his teammate. Look at Larson trying to do a crossover. He comes down the track. He has a huge run. He goes to the inside of Ty Dillon. And that looks like could give him enough momentum and enough run off turn 4 to get him the lead. Ty Dillon, 3 career wins in the trucks, but never won a NASCAR nationwide race. Can today be the day? Here comes Kyle Larson, right on the back bumper. Larson has won the last mile and a half track this season. Can we go to first 5 races with 5 different winners? Brian Scott, Daytona. Justin Allgaier, Phoenix. Kyle Larson, Vegas. And Elliott Sadler, Bristol. And they'll come off turn 4. The first rookie to go to victory lane in 2012 or 2014 is going to be Ty Dillon. 2014 first rookie to win is Ty Dillon as he gets his first career NASCAR Nationwide Series win in that black number 3 Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. And Allgaier will get his third top 2 finish of the season. A third top 3 finish of the season, that's to say. Larson will get second. Brian Scott fourth, and we got trouble in the back. Is that Chris Buescher? Yes, it was. The 60 Chris Buescher crashed. And he ends up coming home in 12th place. That means his top 10 streak will end, as he had 4 top 10s in the first 4 races, but that will not. That streak will finally end this weekend. Armstrong ends up getting 16th. What a tough break. There's Keselowski, who has a lot of damage in the rear end of that discount tire Dodge or Ford. There's Trevor Bayne gets 13th. Sadler will get 15th. So as it looks like right now, it looks like Chris Buescher will be keeping the point lead. It all depends for James Bush to finish, and he gets 6, so he will. Looks like it'll be Buescher 1 and 2 in the points, but there's Carl Long pulling into the garage. Jeremy Clements and Jeff Green is going to be the final jobber to head into the garage. And here's the final results. We're not going to go through them. We're just going to show them. Johanna Long ended up having to go to the garage with a header issue, and Nemechek will finish 39th, 1 lap down in the 87. So that is all here at California. Tomorrow is the Auto Club 500 for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Next week, the Nationwide Series is off, but guess what's coming back? The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series will be returning next week, live from Martinsville. So we look forward to having a week off from the Nationwide Series, but you get to see some truck racing next week at the short track. So that is all here from California. We'll see you tomorrow for the Cup race. As here comes the celebration screen for your winner today, Ty Dillon.